Meghan Markle here.
Today is April 3rd, 2025. It is 3:18 a.m. There's a lot of tweets to share with you, and the tweets that I'm going to share with you will be on this channel. Meanwhile, if I have time later, there are some tweets that I need to record for PYTE regarding Meghan. As ever, I believe it's sold out within hours of being launched, so that will be on PYTE. But there are some stuff that I left yesterday. I didn't have a chance to record them. They are important because it has to do with Sentebale and some other things. I think there are some documents regarding Harry's security review and all of that. So I want to tackle these, and then depending on how I feel or if I have enough time, I'll record some stuff for PYTE. Okay, if you are new, just know that I have 3 channels that for Harry and Meghan. Our part of Pew Service focus on their work, but it's not monetized. I haven't been putting much on that channel, but I do occasionally put some stuff there. And I have PYTE. It is monetized, where I talk about positive things about Harry and Meghan, like for instance the As Forever will be over there. And then we have the debacle with Sentebale and Harry's security. It will be on this channel. If, for instance, one of the channels is only monetized, if I have one channel that's monetized, so since I'm spending time on creating those videos, so I'll be putting everything over there. But for now, 2 channels are monetized, so I'll be distinguished where I put them. But anyway, I had to do that because there's a long story for why all these channels, because they were targeting my channel, and I felt like at one point it was gonna be demonetized, and it did at that time. But I got back into the monetization program, that's PYTE, and then this one was created as a backup. Now for our part of Pew Service, it was monetized at one point. Then I believe it when Harry and Meghan went to Colombia. I was putting a lot of content and I was getting a lot of views, and then they decided to demonetize it, and they don't want to monetize it anymore. And I have some short videos that has some very informative things in there. I didn't want to delete them, so I was like, you know what, I'm satisfied with these 2 channels that are monetized. So that's that. If you want to support my channel, I have a PayPal link, Cash App link in the description. You could donate. And I also have membership on PYTE and on this channel as well. That's another way of supporting me. That's that. But the membership, just know, is just because you want to support me. That's it. I don't create special videos. Occasionally, there are videos that I create where it may sound kind of cuckoo or a little bit things that I don't want everybody to hear. It may not have anything to do with Harry and Meghan. I'll put them on for my members only. But don't expect to get special treatment or early this, early that. No, just know if you become a member, it's just for supporting purposes. Okay, so this is the background for this channel. 4,585 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue, $103.22. Analytics. Okay, come on. Okay, what? I'm surprised. 8,551 views. How did those videos do? So they did okay. You guys surprised me. I put the videos up and I was done. And sometimes I check on my phone for comments and I'll respond, but that was that. Okay, you guys are watching. But anyway, let's not waste time. These are some tweets I didn't have a chance to record yesterday. I'm a little bit behind. Okay, so I truly recommend you guys, if you are a Sussex Squad fan, follow other Sussex Squad channels, because I'm usually behind. Okay, you're lucky now I put, as I edit the videos, I make them public, because I used to schedule them at least one video a day because I know I don't have time. But you guys made it clear, by the time some of those videos become public, they're no longer relevant. So whenever I finish edit them, I just made them public. Alright, so follow other Sussex Squad and make sure you subscribe, because there are times I don't get a chance to create the videos, but I will take screenshots of whatever conversation that the squad are talking and put them on my community board for you guys to see what's going on at that time. It's not all the time, but when I do have time, I make that available for you guys, because I know some of you are not on Twitter. This is why my channel exists. Okay, but anyway, this is the first tweet. Sophie Chandauka's TV interview on Prince Harry was something. Alright, so this is Dr. Shola. She has almost a 6-minute video. Let's listen.
I'm talking to the man in
my
the mirror.
God.
Oh yeah, yeah. Asking him to change his ways. Yeah, yeah. Now, I don't know Sophie Chandauka personally. She's the chair of Sentebale, the charity that Prince Harry and Princess started 20 years ago. But whenever I hear a woman, particularly a black woman, being depicted as the problem or the difficult one, my guard is up. I'm literally ready to tie my wrapper around my waist, because how is she the problem? Now, if it's proven as fact, no wahala. But
This is why I like Dr. Shola. It's the squad who introduced me to Dr. Shola. When I first came across her, I was like, oh my God, she's actually talking facts. And I started looking a little bit more about her. And I went on YouTube and I watched her TED Talk thing. And it was pretty good ever since I've been following her. So she's letting us know. She's usually like one of the first person to speak against people who's calling out black women. So now this is the other side of thing. If it is true, she'll let it be known. Okay, so let's continue. I'm sorry.
Until then, I don't accept it at face value. Sophie Chandauka reports the board of trustees who hired her to the charity commission and has filed a lawsuit against them. The allegations are of abuse of power, weak governance, bullying, harassment, misogyny, amongst others. And she has placed Prince Harry at the center of her allegations.
What you're essentially saying is that the Duke of Sussex is guilty of harassment and bullying and improper conduct in the governance of a charity.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm going to give you a really good example. The only reason I'm here, Trevor, is because at some point on Tuesday, Prince Harry authorized the release of a damaging piece of news to the outside world without informing me, all my country directors, or my executive director. And can you imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Sentebale organizations and their family? That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale. And so if the world didn't want to believe that there's such a thing as bullying, this unleashing of the Sussex machine on me and the 540 employees at Sentebale who received this and have had to defend it.
Now, this entire framing is a tad intellectually disingenuous to me. Because how is a public statement of Prince Harry and Princess an example of bullying and harassment at a scale when you, Sophie, put this out in the public domain first? Your report against the Board of Trustees at the Charity Commission is in the public domain. Your lawsuit against the Board of Trustees at the High Court is in the public domain. How else are Prince Harry and Princess meant to respond to your public actions except by responding with a public statement? You know, can you see that? I think you may have other examples, so dig deep, because this right here isn't it.
I'm telling you, when I first came across this debacle, I was shocked. I was confused. And I was like, where did this come from? Go look at I believe, when was Friday? Friday was, okay. Sunday, let's see, I'm looking. So you could look at the video that they did Monday. today's what? What are we? March? What was it? Was it 28? Could have been 28. Yep. March 28. The video around that time, or maybe the 29, maybe a day after, and I was looking at some of the tweets and I was confused. Where did this come from? I never heard anything negative about Sentebale. Pretty much of Harry's charities, and the only one that I've come across with somewhat a negative annotation was the thing African parks, but it had nothing to do with Harry. It's things that already passed that these derangers were bringing up, and I spoke about it. If you go on our Part of Pew service, I have a video about that. I went deep to look where the issues was and how African parks was responding to it. So when I heard about Sentebale, and I was confused. But anyway, let's continue.
Fascinating the way Sophie uses words like my country director, my executive director. Because I'm thinking, girl, you're the chair. We all know the role of a chair. Do you? Because you're not the CEO who runs the daily operations of the charity. The CEO would have country directors, executive directors, yada yada. But so why are you talking like you're the CEO? And why are you talking like you own the place?
That's what I'm thinking.
The language smacks of a hostile takeover, in my humble opinion. Equally fascinating is how Sophie frames this as an attack on the employees. Now, we all know the employees are not at the center of the altercation between the founders, trustees, and chair. So drawing the employees into this,
crazy,
to me, is a way of shaping the court of public opinion in her favor. I'm not sure it will do that though, because quite frankly, anyone should be able to see through this. And when asked if Prince Harry is misogynist to her, she said no.
You talked about misogyny. Let's be frank. Are you saying that the misogyny stems from Prince Harry himself and his associates?
I would actually say my experience is Prince Harry himself. Fantastic, actually. We had a great relationship. But there are some individuals on the board who, quite frankly, did not treat me in the way that they would have treated the prior chair.
And herein lies the crux of my reaction.
And she pretty much just saying Prince Harry is not what she originally said about Prince Harry. So, oh my God. Exonerate Prince Harry from there. My goodness. Pretty much clears Harry's name from whatever nonsense she's first accused Harry of. But let's continue.
To Sophie Chandauka's TV interview, because we know this TV interview is a court of public opinion where she presents her allegations against Prince Harry, bearing in mind that her allegations against the Board of Trustees are being addressed by the Charity Commission and the High Court, and I hope they get the seriousness and rigor required. But in the court of public opinion, no rules apply. It's a jungle out there, right?
It's true.
And I just think after watching the whole interview from start to finish, I did not find it compelling or persuasive. That doesn't mean I don't believe her or I believe her. That has jack all to do with it. It's just the same as I said at the start of this video. If I am not going to accept that she's the problem at face value without compelling evidence, I am not going to say I found this TV interview compelling when I didn't. Now, when Sophie Chandauka talks about this whole polo debacle, I have to say I found that really annoying. Are you telling me after people worked their butts off, negotiated, secured the location, did all of that, they now had to cancel it a month before because Harry had a Netflix show? Now, that would piss me the hell off, because that's just disrespectful of people's efforts if it happened the way she said it did. But I have to say, even that does not sound to me like a fundamental crack that should lead to irreconcilable differences, especially since she said they had, a great relationship. And then she talks about Prince Harry being a financial risk because some donors no longer wanted to donate because he had led royal family and there were all this drama around him. I say, if they don't want to donate, let them walk out the door. When one door closes, God will open another one. Simple.
And, okay, it's done. And another thing that some of the squad have said is that I think it was last year that ISPS Honda did not sponsor the polo match, but at the same time, Okay, earlier this year, ISPS Honda sponsored Invictus, and Harry is the patron of Invictus. So how her thing doesn't hold any value? Okay, let's see here. What many people are missing is that Sentebale was being turned into a social enterprise where it becomes a for-profit business. This is where the demand for the $300,000 salary comes from. A social enterprise will give Sophie power to invest whatever profit into whatever idea. But the thing is that they put her in a position to do her job. She should focus on description and charity objective. Now the patron, the two princes, they the one who create the thing from the get-go. They will see what is benefit for the for the organization. If Sophie felt like it doesn't align with her, guess what she should have done? The thing that they asked her, to step down. She had to do was step down and said, look, I thought this organization was about this, was about that, but now that you're shifting, I don't think it aligned with my values. I'm just gonna step down. But she didn't do it. Okay, let's see here. A social enterprise will give Sophie power to invest whatever profit into whatever idea she has. A charity can't use its fund for anything other than that what it is registered for. Yet, Madam Educated Black Woman here wanted the way she put it. A black woman here wanted to change it from HIV to the climate BS. I don't know. Okay, I guess she meant no. I don't know why she doesn't create her own and do the effing she wants. If you read closely, you will notice why the clash happened. She's already changed the tone of the website. No mention of HIV. Okay, I'm telling you, these people are something. Alright. Is a registered charity founded in 2006 by Prince Harry and Prince Yoso of Lesotho. Sentebale helps children and adolescents struggling to come to terms with HIV/AIDS diagnosis. It provides a safe environment for them to address their mental health among their peers, giving them tools and knowledge. Okay, Sentebale support young people in Southern Africa. I'm just trying to see where the thing changed. Sentebale works with young people, communities. Okay, sustainable. Okay, young people and their communities to create sustainable solutions that address issue, health, wealth, inequity, and climate resilience. Health in what way? It could be anything, but this was specifically for the HIV/AIDS. Let's see here. Okay, activities, how the charity spend its money. The principal activity of the charity is to raise fund and awareness and to distribute money for the specific charitable purposes of supporting orphans and vulnerable children in Lesotho and elsewhere. What are the elsewhere? It was two countries, Botswana and Lesotho, right? So what's elsewhere? I'm just sharing and give you my... How long is this? Oh my God. This is the thing with the squad. When they come with things, this should be a video by itself. I didn't think it was that long. The squad just dropped... receipt after receipt. Let's see here. I may not go over all of them, okay? She is a pathological liar, two-faced, and speak with a forked tongue. And Prince William is involved in this, allegedly. Okay? The newly formed board Sentebale includes Ian Rawlinson, a financier who was previously chair of Prince William's conservation charity Tusk Trust and has been advising Chandauka. Like the thing was saying, educated woman, she didn't know that they were using her.
Even had a chance to sell.
Alright, so this video here from Hello is her praising about Netflix, but yet over the weekend she claimed something else regarding Netflix. I'll let you listen to it for the sake of this video.
Even had a chance to celebrate the wedding in Africa. We're having an opportunity to meet the kids, and so a lot of us are really looking forward to the opportunity to do so when the time comes.
It's sad. Netflix here filming the match. How exciting is that for the charity?
It's a great platform and profile. The Netflix brand is globally recognized, and any opportunity opportunity to tell the story of Sentebale in the context of a global brand such as Netflix is obviously exciting for us. We haven't even had
It's
a
sad.
chance to
It's sad. My goodness. Sophie Chandauka and the Netflix U-turn. Why rewrite the past? There's all of that. Okay. Harry raised $5 million and gave million from his book deal. The math is not matching. I'll say it. I think this woman is lying. Okay. So that's all of that. I have a lot of other things to share with you. If anything, I could always come back. Okay. So this one is focusing on hostile takeover. It's a hostile takeover. She has changed the organization by appointing her own friend as trustees, including Prince William's lackeys, Leon Rawlinson. She says HIV is no longer important for a country that has second highest HIV relevance in the world. Like I said in past video, they just want people in Africa, especially dark skin, to just die. And I can't believe she's helping these people to do that. Now, the thing that Harry and Prince Sioso are doing is to make these young people with no fault of their own, some of them were born with the disease, okay, to be somewhat a productive citizen of this earth and their land, to be productive, to contribute to society. But this woman I don't know what she wants, but whatever. God is good. Everything will come to light. There's much more. Let's leave that alone because I didn't expect it to be that long. And I'm only on the first one and I just wanted to go over the ones that I missed. Okay, next tweet. Okay, they play you, Sophie, and you play yourself too. Free Sentebale. It's a shame. Is this... Okay, it was small. I mean, the British media, through Trevor, played her. And it seems like the moment they give them those alphabet medals, it completely screwed their brain. Because she was there already. Just look at the screen from the time she was working with Sentebale when she left. And around the time when she left Sentebale, she received those alphabet. What do you call it? MBE? Just look at the screen. And then once she come back, and it seems like they screw her brain and say, go F up Sentebale, and that will give her some sort of a praise. Well, they did praise her, put her on a pedestal to run her mouth, but now they're starting to call her out. The same papers, the same group who gave her the platform. She didn't see that? My goodness. All right. I mean, the British media, through Trevor, played her. None played her. She thought she was all that. Had she remembered that Harry took on the fearsome Murdoch and won? That's what I said in some videos. And I said, she think... I really don't know what went in her mind. All she had to look at... I think it was this year. Okay? Harry went all the way. Until the papers, I think it was hours leading up to the trial, and then Murdoch settled, and then Harry made sure they apologized to him and his mother.
What I really don't like, and what I find hard to make peace with, is that there are some people on one end of the spectrum who are sitting behind their keyboards writing dangerous or defamatory headlines, knowing that it's going to work as clickbait because any context in the rest of the article protects them and there's nothing you can do about it. And at the other end of the spectrum, you have Nobel Prize winners like Maria Ressa, who's literally putting her life on the line, and war correspondents who again are putting their lives on the line to bring us the truth. So that, to me, is the spectrum. And my life has been covered by this end of the spectrum, which I will be damned if those journalists are going to ruin journalism for everybody else because we depend on it so much.
You did say in your book, you said, I began to think at some point that Murdoch was evil. You've had very strong words about Rupert Murdoch and what you think he did in this phone hacking scandal. What is the goal of this lawsuit, which has been ongoing now for a very, very long time?
The goal is accountability. It's really that simple.
1,300 people, from what I've read, have settled with
because they
the Murdoch folks. And of the 40 claims that originally joined with you in this action, it's down to now 2. And so you think that everybody's just settled because it just doesn't make any economic sense to continue?
No, I know why people have settled. They've settled because they've had to settle. So therefore, one of the main reasons for seeing this through is accountability, because I'm the last person that can actually achieve that, and also closure for these 1,300 people and families.
And this woman, let's just see how Harry move forward with this. My goodness. And the fact that she opened her mouth calling his wife out, and I think this is where he will take it. Not because of the Sentebale thing, because of Meghan, in my humble opinion. Okay, none play her. She thought she was all that. Had she remembered that Harry took on the fearsome Murdoch and won, she should have known this was a war and battle she won't win back. She won't win. Black women and all that. Oh, and that honorary PhD she flaunt around. Okay, I mean the British media played her. Okay, nobody play her. Her jealousy, greed, and desperation to belong is what led to her downfall. This should be a lesson to other Africans who allow themselves to be used by a monarchy that has total disdain for people of color. No matter what you do for them, you are not one of them. Look what's happening in America. African American are just sitting back and let them play themselves. All the other one who had a little shade, you know, they think that they were better, but I'm telling you, Trump is playing them all. Okay, she played herself. She left New York. Oh, she did. Got on a plane, fly to Britain to get on the national TV to lie. By the way, she live in New York, and they might have paid for her flight, but it was her choice. When they offer her whatever they offer, she should have turned them down. Okay. Plus, she knew, this is one of the thing one of the squad was saying, that they told her to step down after knowing the fact that what she did with some of the money. And the squad were like, if they told me to step down, there won't be any investigation, no police involved, I'll be out of there. The squad with that tweet. Let me go look for it. Let me read what's there and then go look for that tweet. K Plus tried to capitalize on others' success. As a black African woman, I find this woman's behavior so disappointing. She has not carried herself with any dignity in this debacle. She had a platform to do good and raise her sister. Instead, she allowed herself to be misled. I don't know what went in her head. I'm telling you, those medals that they be giving those people out, it looked like it's cool their brain. Now the whole world is laughing at Sophie Chandauka. Yeah. Okay, no, she chose to be a hypocrite and is destroying her slowly. She will have destroyed so many people around her when this is over. All right, let me go look for that video because it was so funny. I shared it already, but it's worth sharing again because I mentioned it here. I thought this tweet is so funny. This is it here. That's the tweet I was talking about. If I took $600,000 from my organization and all they said was to resign, no police involvement or charges will be filed. This is her here. Look, I'm sorry. I'm probably going to have to put some screenshot in between. No, I don't know if any of you are aware of that. When poor people are stealing, they steal into $1, a little thing here, a little thing there. But when rich people are stealing, they go for the whole bucket. Okay, they go into the trillion or million. Look what's happening in the United States right now. Okay, people who work their butt off throughout their lives, when they should be getting Social Security, relaxing, get their pension, these guys want to take everything. Okay, so I hope people open their eyes. There's a piano music playing on the side. It's like I'm walking away. But I don't know. I really don't know what went in her brain. Alright, I don't even need to go in the comments because I shared that video already. I just wanted to share the caption and the video that she put. Next tweet. Okay, let's pause this. Now the Daily Mail and the Telegraph are fighting over Sentebale. Meghan, please add wine to as ever because I cannot. Alright, so this, oh my god, when I first came across this headline, I create a video out of it. It's on PYTE. Okay, I don't even want to know. Daily Mail is like, yeah, Sophie. Telegraph is like, no, she is poisonous. They are, oh my god, they are usually in lockstep with each other. This is getting crazy. So this was the headline here. Charity bus accused of playing the race card and Prince Harry role. Sophie Chandauka branded a poisonous woman who allegedly used I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Who allegedly used threats to be considered for Sentebale role. That's an odd word. I'm telling you, the squad. People are laughing. Let's pause this. Let me read bottom up. Okay? I would love a Prosecco. I'm confused. They are always in tandem. Yes, wine, juice, different types of biscuit, hoodies, face cap, shirt, special jean, shirt, cups, water bottle, knapsack. Okay, that's that. The squad are laughing. Do I get my money back that I donated? You know, I raised that up. Let's say, for instance, she made reference to Serena Williams. She didn't call her by name, but made reference to Serena. Let's say if Serena donated a big chunk, I'm pretty sure it's pretty big, for the polo thing, and now she mentioned her by reference, and then the focus of the Sentebale thing is changing. If, for instance, she said, Serena said, I thought I was donating to Sentebale for AIDS and AIDS research or whatever, the original objective of Sentebale. And now this woman is saying it's for sustainable, all the other things like Prince William kind of thing. And I'm wondering if people who donate and said, I want my money back because this is not what I donated for. That's what I am thinking. All right. Did I finish with it? I'm thinking that Harry needs to cut his losses and walk away from Sentebale for good. He needs to reset and start over. I think I mentioned something like that too. Sentebale is a lost cause. Not fully a lost cause. I could see, this is the way I think it could go. I could see where, depending on how, I think there's a review from some commission, or is it the court? I don't know. There's a organization or some group who's looking into that to see if any laws were broken. I do not remember the name of that particular thing. I don't know if it's a commission. Let that happen. And if Harry feel like that woman make it a little bit too personal, where she mentioned call out him personally and his wife, this is the part where Harry could differentiate it with Sentebale, but take it in that aspect where she called Harry and Meghan out for stupidity, because Meghan brought people to spend money for the charity. I don't think this is a bad thing, but she's making it a bad thing. So it's that aspect. I mean, there'll still be some connection with Sentebale because that's how, it all started, but not to make it seem like it's the charity that's suing her. You understand what I mean? Or, just create another one like this one said, which I have said before, with the same objective and everything like that. And I don't know. Instead of calling Sentebale, he could call it Forget Me Not, because it's the same meaning but different way of saying it. I don't know. It's very sad when you look at it. All right, let's go to the next tweet. These are tweets that I should have recorded yesterday, but I didn't do it. All right, no hard proof, but I'm absolutely convinced William is behind the Sentebale takeover attempt. Wouldn't be surprised if his real goal is to shove Harry out of Invictus and install the disgusting Mike Tendo as patron. Yeah, he's that ruthless and calculated. Now, I mean, these people have no shame to just right in front of everybody and do these things. The only thing I could say, what happened with Sentebale, as horrible as it is, because the kids are suffering and all these people that's working at Sentebale, that's an income for them. I'm feeling bad for this group, the people who's working and the kids who receive the benefit of Sentebale. However, it could be a good thing in a way where Harry, whatever sentiment that Harry had, where his guard were down, where he probably, my humble opinion, where he probably felt confident with those people who's working with him, thinking that they understand his passion, they are on the same page with him, they will do whatever they can at their power and their disposal to help Harry's vision. I believe this is what Harry felt when he hired some of these people at high level. Harry has to know these are human. Not everyone feel the same compassion as him. Him and Prince Yoso, they have the same compassion because both of them, they didn't have to do a damn thing. They are well off. They could just enjoy life. But they felt like the people needed that kind of help because, of life circumstances. There are people who's injecting the AIDS into people's bloodstream, and there are some who's trying to cure it and all of that. It's that spectrum that Harry keep on saying about the media. You have some people who's trying to stop the negativity online, and you have some who's deliberately putting negativity. It's that spectrum kind of thing.
What I really, really don't like and what I find hard to make peace with is that there are some people on one end of the spectrum who are sitting behind their keyboards writing dangerous or defamatory headlines, knowing that it's going to work as clickbait because any context in the rest of the article protects them and there's nothing you can do about it. And at the other end of the spectrum, you have Nobel Prize winners like Maria Ressa, who's literally putting her life on the line, and war correspondents who again are putting their lives on the line to bring us the truth. So that, to me, is the spectrum. And my life has been covered by this end of the spectrum, which I will be damned if those journalists are going to ruin journalism for everybody else because we depend on it so much.
Harry has to understand not everyone that is working with him meant well for him and his vision, the charities. This is the lesson he could learn from this. It's not over. I mean, he's a brilliant man. He always have ideas, and he has a wonderful wife who's as brilliant as him in different aspects. They complement each other. They could always create. This is the thing here. Okay? So it's almost like when I first talk about when they kick him out, when his family kick him out, okay? He left with, let's say you have an architect who went into a building, okay? Or let's say you send an architect and someone who's don't know anything about drawing, and they told each one of them, okay, the architect and someone who's not an architect, go get the blueprint of the building, okay? And you do, like, go get meaning go steal it. Go steal the blueprint of that building so they could see how the building is panned out, okay? The one who's not an architect will probably try to go look where the physical blueprint is, and meanwhile the architect could just walk around the building. Just walk around the building, see how everything is laid out. The blueprint will be in his head. Now, as both of them exiting that building, one of them will have the physical paper in his hand and one will have the blueprint in his brain. Guess which one they will probably quote? The one with the physical blueprint. They will arrest him. You're stealing things from the building and this and that. Meanwhile, the architect have the blueprint in his mind, go home, draw it out, and say, here's the blueprint. This is Harry, okay? Harry has a brain. They kick him out. Meanwhile, he has so many ideas. He has ideas that worth trillions of dollars. That's Travelers.
Travelers will be in New York for Climate Week, celebrating our 5th anniversary. Since we launched in 2019, we have brought together 11 of the world's biggest and often competing travel and technology brands to work together on bringing sustainable tourism to the mainstream. Today, we are a $3 trillion coalition, guided by our independent advisory group of world-renowned sustainability academics and experts. We're really looking forward to being in New York with our founder, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, to celebrate everything that we have achieved together so far and sharing our vision for what's to come next.
Meanwhile, you have his father who's taking bag full of cash. God knows why. I have an idea, but he's doing unethical things for money, getting money from the taxpayers, when his son, literally at his fingertip, could make the institution quadruple rich, whatever. But no, he didn't want that. Kick him out. Meanwhile, the father and the others doing unethical things, stealing from the people. And there's Harry with his brain these are the things I would say I'm jealous of. But do I have the same passion as him? No. So there's that. Okay. So people who have ideas, okay, no matter where they go, they will be okay. And this is the thing they cannot stand. They're asking him to come back, this and that. It's because they were expecting him to fail. Now, because of his brilliance, including his wife, who's doing wonderful thing, they don't want that for him. And the other thing is Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban was one of the first business person who recognized Harry and Meghan's potential before anybody. Because I have that video of him where he said, oh, if any of them were to come at his show, I think Tank Shark or something like that, he didn't even want to hear what they have to say. He will say yes to anything, and then they could create anything around them, for him, whatever.
Harry and Meghan are incredibly marketable. I'd call them the new young Obamas. They're going to make an ungodly amount of money, and you know what? They literally could become billionaires over the next 20 years. If either of them came on Shark Tank, I wouldn't even wait for them to pitch. I'd be like, I'm in, whatever you want, yes, because they are so marketable. It would be so easy to develop products and projects for them, with them, and around them. It'd be yes. Can you hook it up?
So Mark Cuban, who recognized Harry and Meghan's potential. People need to really, when we see people like that, we need to recognize their contribution to society. Mark Cuban as well. Okay? He told us, now I'm shifting a different thing. I think I'm done with this, but anyway, Mark Cuban. He said for 2016, he voted for Trump. And different videos that came out. Okay? Now, he was giving Trump the benefit of a doubt for, something different. Now, when he realized Trump is not as serious as he thought he was, come next time around, he did not vote for him, including the 2024, I'm assuming. But what he did, he took it upon himself to send the alarm, the warning for the rest of the country to say, look, you guys gonna make a big mistake. He's not as sharp as you think he is. And he went on around. As a matter of fact, he went on so much national television explaining to people how tariff work and things like that.
You argue that Donald Trump's are particularly, I think you used the word insane. What did you mean by that?
Yep. Well, first of all, strategic tariffs aren't bad. So if a company's trying to dump, or a country's trying to dump in the United States and we have a manufacturer there, tariff them, that's great. But across the board tariffs, 10 or 20% is just inflationary. It's a tax on the American consumer. But to make matters even worse, and what's truly insane, when you threaten a legendary company like John Deere with a 200% tariff if they move, but only a 10 or 20% tariff on China, what you're doing is you're making it easy for the Chinese competitors to take business away from John Deere. That is the definition of insane.
Did people listen to him? No. So from that, I will excuse him and give him his flower for warning people of what to come. So anybody who's crying now, let's just say well-minded people who had who put the country first, spoke out. And all the others thinking, oh, my skin color, my this and that is gonna save them. And Trump is showing them, look, we don't care about any of you. All he cares about is whatever is in his head. But anyway, so I did say I'm done with this. Why did I bring all of that? I went off. All right, let's see here. No hard proof, but I'm absolutely convinced William is behind the Sentebale takeover attempt. Won't be surprised if his real goal is to shove Harry out of Invictus and install the disgusting Mike Tendo as patron. Yep, he's that ruthless and calculating. Yeah, one of the things I said is that they have no shame. They don't care. They'll do whatever. But it's a learning experience for Harry. Whatever loophole any of his charities that he created that has, and this woman was able to do what she did, is to tighten it up with Invictus and other charities he may have. Okay, so just take it as a learning experience. Nothing is always go bad, but not everything you could take as face value. Yes, some people will suffer. Like I've said, at every intersection, there will be decision that will be made, and not everybody will be moving forward. Okay? So if there are some young people who needed some life-saving medicine through Sentebale and then make it, that means they didn't need to go further. And that's the downfall of that. And I don't know what's going on in the background. Okay? It's probably still in operation. Okay? For all I know. But I'm just saying. Okay? Also, the bidding for Invictus game to be held in Birmingham in 2027 is becoming clear. Like I've said from the beginning, I said South Korea should have gotten it. Okay? And I explained how come Birmingham out of nowhere all of a sudden have money. I explained in some videos, I'm not sure if it's on PYTE or Output of Pew Service, where the Netherlands Invictus didn't even, no one came to cheer for the vets, for the players. Okay, I brought that up as I was sharing things with you, and I made sure to say if there were, I did not come across any of officials, people who were voted in for any position of power to go and cheer for the vets, for the Brits. Okay, the players. It was at the end, okay? At the end of the Invictus Netherlands, and that guy came out and saying whatever he said. I don't even remember. And by that time, I was like, it's a bit too late. It will be during the game where the players will need to be cheered for, pump them up to do their best at that time. They were not there. So it was at the end. And then comes Germany Invictus. And I think I highlight something at maybe 1 or 2% that I saw. And it was in the middle of the game. And this guy came and said something like he's doing a bidding to spend how much money? I don't remember. A good chunk to get Invictus to Birmingham. And then when I look deeper into that aspect, and I look into Birmingham, I think it's a city or something like that. And I'm looking in terms of policies that were made. It seems like it was deliberately to make the city somewhat bankrupt. And then out of nowhere, they have money. And I was like, this is a setup. I mean, as much, and at the same time, okay, when I was looking into it, the Commonwealth game was having issues with different countries. What country was gonna host the Commonwealth game? Was it Australia, somewhere in Australia? I don't remember. Okay, they didn't want to host it because it wasn't feasible for them. And which country picked it up? Was it Birmingham as well? I don't remember who picked it up, but they said they were going to reduce the amount of games that they were going to try to make it work. So if they could do that for Invictus, why didn't they put as much pressure or as much what do you call this, focus and effort onto the Commonwealth game? So what's happening with Invictus, I hope Harry opened his eyes. And I came across, maybe I could look for it, regarding his security, maybe in the next video, because I plan on creating another video about his security. There was a review, and I think he won it. All right, I'm not going to focus too much on it, but let me put it here. I'm done with this, okay? You see, no William will put himself as the Invictus game, but no athletes will show up because William doesn't have the respect that Harry has. Of course, you are correct. Look at the 2023 Royal British Legion Festival of Remembrance with King and Heir in attendance during the tribute to Invictus game. Never once was Harry either mentioned or seen on video. Sophie also joined Sentebale. So there's a video about that. Okay, I totally agree. This is the thing. They don't have They don't look further of their action. They think of the now. They want to hurt you and do as much damage to punish you, your feeling, physical, mentally, all of that. And then if you survive that, they never thought about anything further. So all the disrespect that they did Harry, you cannot wear uniform, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. People were watching. So now if they try to be, oh, I'm all for vets, nobody believed them. Okay, I totally agree. Chucky may have his sausage finger in there too. I just saw that another of the recently appointed new trustees attending some garden shindig put on by KPBP during the Invictus church service last year that Harry flew in for. Okay, immediately when Sophie mentioned climate resilience, that scandal with William and all over. Okay, please don't even think of that. Mike Tendo, he will be more appropriate acting in Peaky Blinders. I can't see anything attracting about him. He is so uncouched. It's incredible how loosely the term the royal family is used. Harry is a gentleman. He is loved by the military. Yes, that as well, but the royal family don't care. They don't care. They think of something and they do it. And then you have people around them say, go ahead. Prince Harry needs eyes at the back of his head because of his petty brother. I really wish IGF, the Invictus Game Federation Foundation, will move the game from Birmingham. Bully is like a cornered rat. He's getting desperate. My sentiment exactly. I think it's a big mistake to bring Invictus back to the UK. It's playing straight into William's hand. He is such a vindictive man. I think there was some change within the trustees in there, almost the same thing that were happening. I don't know, this is why I said at least for Sentebale is a learning experience for Harry, and the kind of trust he had with the original trustees and the CEO, one of them I think retired, the one who started with him, something Reed, I think his name is. That kind of a trust you cannot have with the next one because everybody's playing on the hand of the royal family. All right, I'm gonna show you something here, but it will be on my next video. That's regarding Harry's security thing. Okay, breaking news: Prince Harry won his security court appeal against RAVEC. Martin Gao was right. The whole Sentebale noise was a distraction from the palace legal loss. Okay, so I shared that on my community board so you guys could go and check it out. Okay, maybe this is it. I don't need to mention it in the next video. All right, so that's it. Please let's do a prayer. I don't know, the word vision came into mind, so I just typed it. All right. God, I seek your guidance for my future. Clear away any confusion and help me to see the path you have set before me. Amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I will be doing another video for this channel as well, and the first tweet will be, I may not share that again on the next video. I took that from the thing. We're gonna start with that. Something about Sentebale and finances and things like that. Okay, thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.